Riverside.
Breaking news now at 6, Sky 3 live here in East Charlotte. 2 people have been shot at an apartment here on Perth Court. We've just confirmed 1 person is dead. Medic and rescue on the scene. They have transported 1 more person on the way now to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We're working to gather more information.
Plus, CMS needs teachers, but we've learned it doesn't have the classroom space to house them. Tonight, the growing overcrowding problem in our local schools.
And incredible video of this water spout just hit the Carolina beach. And now we know this storm has left behind a lot of damage.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Time Warner Cable. WBTV News at 6 starts right now.
Some strong storms moving toward Charlotte at this hour. We're tracking them on powered Doppler radar. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Lots of news. I'm Paul Cameron.
And I'm Maureen O'Boyle. Lightning, heavy rain, and some powerful winds. Let's get straight to Eric Thomas in the First Alert Weather Center. Eric?
All right, thanks a lot. Damaging winds, large hail, both fair game with these storms. Let's get you right to our live powered Doppler radar. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for those conditions until 6:45 p.m. We're talking about Alexander, Catawba, and also Iredell County. There you see the core, the lightning that's really pounding now. Areas just to the west, northwest of Statesville. This has been rolling down Highway 64, but also areas along Highway 90. Again, coming just into the western sections of Statesville County. There it is. This is all moving off to the south, southeast at about 15 miles per hour. So again, Iredell County just now coming into it. Alexander County coming out of it. Again, we'll keep you up to date with this and the rest of your 7-day First Alert forecast. Stay tuned.
All right, Eric, back to that breaking news now. Sky 3 live here in East Charlotte. You can see a huge police presence. We have confirmed 2 people shot here on Perth Court at an apartment here. We know 1 person being transported with life-threatening injuries and 1 person confirmed dead. WBTV photojournalist Sean Donathan just arrived there. Sean, we see lots of officers on the scene. What can you tell us?
Well, I can see a lot of officers on the ground. There's a lot of people still on the scene. It looks like they're going door to door trying to see what kind of information they can get out here. There's a lot of people standing around in the parking lot, so no telling how many witnesses there could have been.
Well, I guess the big question now, if Sky 3 could pull out so we can get a broader view, this does appear to be a rather large apartment complex on Perth Court, and we saw a lot of this area cordoned off there by that crime scene tape. Are people looking or being told to stay inside? Have you heard anything about that?
Well, when I pulled up on scene, they had me stay back pretty good ways. I've been able to make it up to where the ambulances are on scene here. But most people are staying back at their apartments, kind of onlooking, but no one's, they're trying to keep everybody back.
Okay, well, we see people moving out of this apartment that is there with the crime scene tape around it. So we know 1 person dead here, another person being transported by medic right now with life-threatening injuries. We'll continue to follow this, and as new information comes in, we will go to WBTV.com. You'll find the very latest there. Paul?
Classrooms will not be ready for hundreds of CMS students when school starts next Monday. The problem with mobile units like these, CMS just doesn't have enough. Education reporter Dedrick Russell live and on your side tonight. Dedrick, now the district is scrambling to try to find some sort of backup plan.
Yeah, that's right, Paul, and that concerns the interim superintendent. He says besides the last-minute push to hire a bunch of teachers, he is very concerned about where to educate the students. Now, we all know that mobile classrooms like the one you see behind me won't be ready next week, so principals now are forced to go to Plan B. Sterling Elementary teachers return to work today. While they are present and accounted for, 2 mobile classrooms are not. Sterling needs the extra space because the school is growing in staff.
2 more classroom teachers.
And in students. Sterling's interim principal, Carmen Concepcion, expects about 600 students will go here next year. That's way more than last year. Not only does the school need the extra mobiles to house classrooms, but the school also needs space for 6 pre-K classrooms it's adding this year.
We just had to move some rooms around and accommodate them throughout the building.
CMS says the mobiles won't be up and running until October, so Sterling came up with a plan. The art room will be sacrificed.
We've created plans for our art classes to have alternative locations throughout the building until we receive our mobile unit.
Sterling is not alone. Take a look. These 23 CMS schools will also be missing mobile classrooms. That equals nearly 6 60 classrooms will be missing for students come the first day of school. Mallard Creek Elementary needs 6 extra mobiles.
It does present a challenge.
So principals have mapped out their worst-case scenario.
They may be using a media center, a section of media center for a class temporarily. That will have to occur. They may use an area of a cafetorium or maybe an auditorium.
Back at Sterling, Concepcion says she understands the delay. That's why she's staying focused.
We'll be ready for them.
So parents, remember the month of October. That's when a mobile is expected to be planted right here at Sterling and at other schools. Now, CMS claims the main reason for the delay. Now, check this out. The main reason for the delay, they tell me that there's only one licensed contractor in the area that is licensed to take mobile classrooms from school to school. Live at Sterling Elementary, Dedrick Russell, WBTV, on your side.
Just one. That's surprising, Dedrick. Thank you. Now, it is back to school for teachers in Rowan County today. They moved into their classrooms. They got ready for their students. First day for their students is August 25th.
There's been a second evacuation around this chicken processing plant in Union County. The Pilgrim's Pride plant in Marshville shut down after an explosion and ammonia leak on Tuesday. Last night, people complained they smelled more ammonia. Today, the company told us it will remain closed at least through the weekend. A natural gas leak blamed for the partial closure of this Matthews Road tonight. Crews are working right now to repair it. It's along East John Street. No homes or businesses have been evacuated. Paul?
Well, tonight, Crime Stoppers need your help to catch a man who's been breaking into houses while homeowners are sound asleep. A woman in Myers Park faced that frightening reality just this week, and she's not the only homeowner on the same street who got a scare, as we find out in our weekly Crime Stoppers report. Harvard Place in Myers Park, with spreading oaks, stately homes, and security systems, not your typical crime haven. But at 12:47 Monday, surveillance caught this heavy-set man dressed in what appears to be blue hospital scrubs, his head covered, sneaking up to the front door, taking mail from the mail slot, then slinking away around to the backyard. He tears up the mail, then jumps the fence, and appears on the rear surveillance, checking a door, and it's unlocked. He opens it slowly, but the alarm goes off, and he makes a beeline out of there.
It's pretty bold, pretty brazen to me that he would even attempt to break into somebody's house, knowing there's a possibility that they may be at home.
As it turns out, those people were at home. He may have tried every door on the street because 2 hours later, several houses away, he found another unlocked door. This woman didn't want to go on camera. She says she didn't have her alarm on, but at 3:15 a.m. she heard her downstairs door chimes, thinking the wind had blown the door open.
I said something to my husband, who was still sleeping, and so I came downstairs and saw the pool house door wide open, getting ready to shut it, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw the kitchen door wide open.
She says her purse was in plain view, but the man wasn't there long enough to steal anything. Pretty frightening, isn't it?
It's very frightening.
I mean, to think that he was in your house?
In my house, yes.
And you guys were asleep upstairs?
We were asleep upstairs.
Now, the funny thing is, she told me she has a husband, 2 grown sons, and 2 male dogs, and she's the only one who heard the door open. CMPD says crime does not discriminate. It can happen in any neighborhood. Keep your doors locked, your valuables secure. And if you recognize this heavy-set man in blue scrubs, call Crime Stoppers. You could earn a reward. Number on your screen right now, 704-334-1600.
He hasn't said for sure he's running, but tonight we know Pat McCrory has a good shot at becoming the next governor of North Carolina. That's next at 6 o'clock.
Plus, video just into our newsroom tonight of a water spout moving ashore on the Carolina coast. We're also hearing from folks who witnessed it, and we'll have all of it for you in just a few minutes.